A very pleasant good evening, everyone. Hometown Cable's coverage of the Florida Nationals 1999 New York Tour continues. We are in Champlain, New York, Northeastern Clinton Central School. The Nationals tonight taking on the Clinton County Mariners. Due to some technical difficulties, we're going to join tonight's game in progress. Top of the second inning, the Mariners have a 3-0 lead. We'll catch you up on what has happened as the inning progresses. Kyle Schacht is on the mound tonight for the Nationals. First baseman is Justin Boyd. John Lauren at second. Pat Grell at third. Donnie Jobe at short. Outfield from left to right. Brian Wyckoff, Tommy Giles, and Ryan First. Steve Harshman behind the plate. There's a pop-up. Pitcher makes the call. And Schacht will take it and record the first out of the second inning. The Mariners, who can come to the plate here in the second after scoring 3 in the first. Aaron Rutherford is the batter. He grounded out to short his first at bat. That was Liam Mahoney, who had popped out to the pitcher for the first out of the inning. He singled and scored in the first inning. Chris Berto singled and scored. Derek Moore walked. Nick Dubray reached on an error. Ryan Poisson reached on a fielder's choice. Jeff Yeager had an RBI single. Nick Walker struck out with a couple of men on to end the inning. So that's how the first inning went for the Mariners. Nick Walker, the pitcher for the Mariners, recorded an easy 1-2-3 inning through very few pitches. Tommy Giles grounded out to the first baseman unassisted. Kyle Schacht flew out to left. And Steve Harshman grounded out to the shortstop. So that catches you up on what you missed. Aaron Rutherford at the plate, 1 on, 1 out here in the top of the second, with the Mariners on top 3-0. Calvin Castine on camera for us this evening. Pitches upstairs to Rutherford. One thing you can't really control, Calvin, is technical glitches.
Especially when you leave your batteries at home.
Oh, but I don't think we need to get specific. Pitch is low and in the dirt. Rutherford will go down to first. Ryan Miron, who walked to lead off the inning, goes down to second. And it'll bring up the third hitter in the order, Chris Berto. Singled and scored back in the first. Started out a steamy day, temperatures in the 90-degree range, but it's cooled off a bit. Nice breeze here in Champlain this evening. Great baseball conditions. As long as a thunderstorm doesn't roll through. Shax with a pitch, and that's upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike on Chris Berto. Derek Moore, the on-deck hitter. Here's the pitch. That misses outside. 2-1. The 2-1 swung on, fouled back. Count goes to 2-2. Nationals would like to thank their full sponsors of the 1999 New York trip, the Polish American Social Club, the Dodgers organization, that's outside ball 3, Crystal Pools of Indian River, Mr. and Mrs. Ferguson Peters, the Style Oil Company, Sealed Sweet Growers Incorporated, Carpenter's Lawn Service, the Employees Recreation Organization at New Piper Aircraft, Andrew Edmonds. Pitch in for a called strike, and they get the out at third, double play to end the inning. So how about that? We'll give you the rest of the sponsors as the game moves along, but Florida gets out of a jam. We go to the last of the second. 3-0 Mariners. Ready to go, last half of the second inning. Pat Graw leads it off for the Nationals. He'll be followed by Justin Boyd and Brian Wyckoff. And the pitch from Walker. Slow, grounded to short. Throw to first is in time. And Nick Walker has retired the first 4 batters. Getting back to the list of the sponsors for 1999, Parker & Parker Landscaping, a law firm of Grawl, Finaro, and Glenn, Philip and Barbara Gates of Fort Pierce, and the Poorhouse Tavern on 16th Street. Grawl swings and misses at the pitch from Walker. Nationals come in with a 1-2 record. Winners over TC Sports, losers to Burlington, and to this Mariner team a couple of nights ago. 1-1 in the count on Boyd. And the pitch, that's fouled back, out of play. Count goes to 1-2. And that one's low and in the dirt. Count goes to 2-2. One out, nobody on here in the bottom of the second with the M's on top, 3-0. Boyd fouls another one back, almost the exact same spot. There we are. Two-two pitch from Walker. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Boyd didn't like the call. That's 2 down. So Brian Wyckoff will be the batter. 2 down here in the second. He goes after the first one. Count goes to 0-1. That one's low and in the dirt. 1-1. One pitch is upstairs. Now 2-1. As Nick Walker tries to retire the side in order for the second consecutive inning. The pitch swung on, popped up, out of play. Boy, if you had a seat right over there, you would be in prime foul ball territory. Two the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul back. Hey, they hit it to a different area. I wonder how many baseballs a year they lose here at Northeastern in the tall grass.
3.
Calvin says 3. Again, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And again, the Nationals go down 1-2-3. We'll move to the top of the third. The Mariners 3 and the Nationals nothing. Derek Moore takes the first pitch here in the top of the third upstairs for ball. 3 runs on 3 hits for the Mariners. No runs, no hits for the Florida Nationals. 1-0 pitch hit hard to third. Scooped up by Pat Grawl. Throw to first is in time. So 1 down here in the third. And Nick Dubray, who reached on an error and scored in the first, will be the batter. They want to move the left fielder over a few steps towards center. We got the defense set. We're ready to go. Dubray lines one up the gap. He may run for a while. Dubray on his way to second, on his way to third, and I think they're going to have to hold him up at third. Stand-up triple for Nick Dubray. Of course, those of you who saw the last game between these two teams know that Dubray was the player that hit the 2-run homer to deep center field. Now he answers with a triple. And it brings Ryan Poisson 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice. Swing and a miss. Poisson was stranded at third in the bottom of the first, or the top of the first inning, rather. That one's popped up. Shortstop Donnie Job has the play, makes the easy catch, and Dubray will have to stay at third. 2 down, and it'll be up to Jeff Yeager to get him home. Yeager had an RBI single his first at bat. Pitch low. Nick Walker on deck. He would be next. The 1-0. Swung on, foul to the backstop. Count goes to 1-1. Also want to mention the partial sponsors of the 1999 New York trip. Dr. Michael Herman at Westside Animal Hospital, Harbor Island Citrus on Old Dixie Highway, Airport Development and Storage. And of course, the special lodging providers, Dr. McChrystal, Gracewood Fruit Company, Doctor's Clinic, Sunshine Physical Therapy, Hale Indian River Groves, and Dr. Omar Husami. Special thanks to the Moose Lodge, McDonald's West, Velda Farms, and Vero's Public Stores for doing so much for the team's pancake breakfast. So the count goes full on Jeff Yeager. Chance to put his team on top by 4 with 2 outs here in the third. Payoff pitch, swung on, foul back. Again, the payoff pitch low and in the dirt. Bounced away from Harshman, but not far enough for Dubray to score. And it'll bring the pitcher Nick Walker to the plate. Walker fanned his first at bat. 3-0 Mariners here in the top of the third inning. That one's fouled back. Mariners did not grab the lead in the last game between these two teams until the bottom of the 5th. They jumped out early tonight with 3 runs in the top of the 1st. That pitch didn't miss by much. Count goes 1-1. One called strike. That one looked inside. The last one looked good. Makeup time? Maybe. So it's a 1-2 count to Walker. Runner on first goes to second. Now they're going to try to get on a pickle here to get the runner home from third. Runner's going to score. And they're going to get Jeff Yeager rather at first. So the Mariners trade the run for the out. They get one run on one hit. No errors, nobody left on. We go to the last of the third. Mariners 4, Nationals nothing. New pitcher for the Mariners, Caleb Irwin. His first pitch is bounced to second. Throw to first in time. Donnie Jobe retired 4-3. Mariners pitching have retired the first 7 batters. Ryan first, the hitter for the Florida Nationals. Of course, the Mariners using these 2 games as a tune-up for the State Regional Legion Tournament coming up this weekend in Glens Falls. Irwin's pitch. Sidewinder is in for a strike. It's 0-2. Oh-2 misses outside, 1-2. John Lauren on deck for the Nationals. 1 out and nobody on here in the last half of the third inning. The pitch. Called strike. First goes down. John Lauren takes the first pitch in for a strike. That one hits the backstop, 1-1. A busy week for Calvin T. Castine, the week of the Clinton County Fair here in the Plattsburgh area. Calvin filming many events up there. Added to the list of numerous other local events. How many events would you say you do in a year, Calvin?
I do, I'd say personally about 600 or so. 6, 7.
So when Warner Wolf says, let's go to the videotape, he's thinking of you.
I hope not.
Pitch to Lauren is inside. John Lauren draws a walk. It's the first base runner of the game for the Nationals. Comes with 2 outs in the last of the third. Tommy Giles comes to the plate. Grounded out to the first baseman, his first at bat. Throw to first, not in time. Another throw to first. Lauren is back. Called strike in the outside corner. No balls and a strike to Tommy Giles. Pitches outside, throw to second is in time. So Jeff Yeager with a gun down to second throws out John Lauren. That'll do it for the third. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We go to the fourth. Mariners 4, Nationals nothing. Top of the fourth, and Caleb Irwin will lead it off for the Mariners. It's his first at bat of the ball game. Came in to pitch at the bottom of the third. Swung on, fouled back.
Yeah, I gotta get him down.
Daddy! Can we go get a soda?
I guess you can go get a soda. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi.
What kind of soda does he drink?
Usually Coke.
Whatever they have at Grand Union.
Oh. Shameless plug for Grand Union. Pitch to Irwin, grounded in the hole, and that's going to be in for base hit. And it'll bring Ryan Beer onto the plate. He walked his first at bat. Top half of the fourth. Lead off, runner on. The Mariners looking to extend a 4-run lead. Pitch misses outside, 1-0. Irwin takes off for second. He's going to be in there. I almost called him Hale Irwin. So the top of the order coming up next for the Mariners. Pitch in for a called strike. Yeah, it goes to 2 balls and 1 strike on Ryan Miron. Pitch swung on and lined to right. That's going to get in the gap. And Miron's going to run forever. On his way to second. On his way to third. Still running. And Ryan Miron is going to be in with a stand-up inside the park home run.
Been a while since we hit it out of the park here.
Of course, the last person to hit one out of the park here was back in the 1950s and 60s when Calvin was playing. He hit one over the school one day.
That was a strong wind, though.
Have you ever seen anybody hit one in the propane tanks, Calvin?
Not yet, but that'd be interesting if it bounced around in there.
So it's now 6-0, and Liam Mahoney is the batter. 1 for 2 with a run scored, and that pitch misses. It's 2-0. Number off his foot. One and 2 to Mahoney. Pitch. That misses inside. 2-2. Now they've switched the count to 3-1. And the pitch popped up in nowhere land. It's going to be a base hit. Mahoney reaches on the single. It's his second hit of the game. And Aaron Rutherford will be the batter. Jack's pitch is in the dirt. Mahoney's going to go to second. Pitch in for a called strike. Ball and a strike to Aaron Rutherford. Chris Berto on deck. He'll be followed by Derek Moore. The 1-1. Swung on, popped up, out of play. Count goes to 1-2. Low one in the dirt. 2-2. The runner back to second and the 2-2 pitch. That one just missed. Count goes full. Lenny Duquette has got a hitter's strike zone tonight. Called strike. And Rutherford goes down for the first out of the top of the fourth. Chris Berto will come to the plate. Berto's 1 for 2 with a run scored. Mariners with 2 in this inning on the 2-run homer by Ryan Miron. And the pitch to Berto swung on, fly ball left center. Carpenter's underneath it, and he makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Derek Moore comes to the plate. Derek walked and grounded out to third. 6-0 Mariners as we approach the midway point of the contest. Pitches upstairs for a ball. The 1-0 hit off the fist. Second base. Lauren throws to first. In time, and that'll retire the side. Mariners pick up 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors in the inning, 1 man left on. We go to the last of the fourth. Mariners 6, and the Nationals nothing. Tommy Giles pops one up. That may be a nowhere land, but Rutherford gets there. And Aaron Rutherford puts it away for the first out in the fourth. Kyle Schacht comes to the plate. Pitcher flew out to left his first at bat on a deep drive. Irwin's pitch in for a called strike. The Nationals have yet to get a hit in this contest. They had one runner reach via the walk, and he was thrown out trying to steal second. One and two to Kyle Schacht. And the pitch is upstairs, 2-2. Irwin's 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. And that'll bring up the catcher, Steve Harshman. He's 0 for 1, grounding out to short. That's high and inside, 1-0. Clinton County Mariners 6, Florida Nationals nothing. Here in the last of the fourth, 2 down. Pitch is outside. Mariners 19-10 on the season. Nationals, who have never had a losing trip to New York, are in danger of falling to 1-3. 3 balls, no strikes to the Nationals catcher. .30 pitch hits the inside corner. 3-1. Three-one pitch misses, ball 4. So it's the second walk of the game from Mariner pitching. That goes along with 4 strikeouts and brings Pat Grawl to the plate. 1 on, 2 down. Last of the fourth, throw to first, not in time. Pitch swung on, fly ball, center field. Right at Liam Mahoney, who puts it away for the 3rd out. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left. We go to the 5th. The Mariners 6, the Nationals nothing. Nick Dubray to lead things off against Kyle Schacht here in the top of the 5th for the Mariners. Dubray scored a couple of runs, reached on an error, and tripled. And the pitch swung on, popped up, sky high. Pat Grawl makes the catch.
Where's your big brother tonight? Say it. Probably doing some hay.
Ryan Poisson will come to the plate. He's 0 for 2. We've got 1 down here in the 5th. The pitch low, 1-0. Pitch misses, 2-0. Jeff Yeager on deck. The 2-0. Called strike, 2-1. Mariners have someone warming up down behind their bench. They're a little bit obstructed by the backstop, so I can't see the number of who it is. So we may have a new pitcher the next inning for the Mariners. Two balls, 2 strikes to Poisson. 2-2 pitch, bounces in. That count goes full. High, ball 4. So Poisson trots to first. Jeff Yeager comes to the plate. He's got an RBI single and a walk. Shaq's pitch just misses. 1-0. 6-0 the score as we play the 5th. The pitch. Poisson goes. Throw to second is not in time. So Poisson steals second on a very close play. That's into scoring position for Yeager. Caleb Irwin on deck. Pitch. Hit into the hole past the shortstop. Here comes Poisson. Here comes the throw, not in time. Throw was cut off. So Jeff Yeager gets his second RBI single of the game, and it puts the Mariners on top 7-0. Caleb Irwin comes to the plate. He is singled and scored in his only plate appearance. The pitch swung on. Blooped into center. That's going to fall for a base hit. And the Mariners are finding the holes in this inning. 2 on, 1 out. Ryan Miron walked and homered deep to right.
Right, are you aware that it's illegal to smoke on school grounds in the state of New York, and there are students present?
I did not know that, but that's a very good rule. Can we call the police and have Al Ryan arrested?
I would hope so.
All right, here, you do the play-by-play. I'll go get the cell phone. There's another long drive. Deep right field, way back, and again, Ryan Miron belts one to right center. This time he'll have to settle for the double. Yeager scored. Irwin went to third. Miron his third RBI of the contest. And it's now 8-0.
Between the overcast sky and the cigarette smoke, it was hard for me to pick up that ball.
Well, does Al know you have this on tape to be introduced as evidence against him?
It will be a surprise, and he served a subpoena.
I always wanted to wear stripes. I just thought it was pinstripes. Swing and a miss from Liam Mahoney. He's 2 for 3. A couple of singles and a run scored. The pitch. Foul tipped into the mitt. And Mahoney goes down on strikes. 2 outs in the inning. 2 runners on. And shortstop Aaron Rutherford comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with an RBI and a walk. What is the penalty for smoking on school grounds while students are present?
I don't know. It's one of those rules that nobody seems to enforce, and nobody seems to know what the penalty is. All they say is it's illegal, and that's supposed to solve the problem, I guess.
The pitch in for called strike. It's 0-2 to Aaron Rutherford. The 0-2. That one didn't miss by much. 1-2. That one is lined foul down the right field line. That's not where you were thinking of filming this game from, was it?
Yes, it was, but I wouldn't have been standing up that high. That would have been over our heads right there, Rick.
Pitch swung on, and again, hit just about the same spot, a little lower this time. Of course, in the last game these two teams played, you almost got hit with a hard grounder that went through the fence, but fancy footwork saved the day for Calvin. Fortunately, a young girl off to our left got hit in the face because Calvin ducked.
I didn't duck, I danced. And the ball jumped up after I danced. And these kids just aren't quick enough anymore, Rick.
Chris Berto on deck for the Mariners if Rutherford can extend the inning. And he will not. Strike 3. Shack strikes out 2 in the inning, but not before the Mariners get 2 runs, 3 hits. There were no errors, and they leave 2. We go to the last of the 5th. 8-0 Mariners. Mike Rivers is the new pitcher for the Mariners. Justin Boyd struck out his first at bat. Nationals looking for their first hit of the ball game here in the last of the 5th inning. Rivers' pitch is in for a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 2-2. Again, the Florida Nationals would like to thank their full trip sponsors for the 1999 New York tour. Pitch is outside, 3-2. The Polish American Social Club, the Dodgers organization, Crystal Pools of Indian River, Mr. and Mrs. Ferguson Peters, Style Oil Company, Seal Sweet Growers Incorporated, Carpenter's Lawn Service, Employees Recreation Organization, and New Piper Aircraft. That one's popped up. Third baseman with a chance, and he makes the catch. Oh, now they're going to say it's out of play. So they rule that out of play. It'll just be a strike. Rest of the full sponsors: Andrew Edmonds, Parker & Parker Landscaping, the law firm of Groff, Finaro & Glenn, Philip and Barbara Gates of Fort Pierce, and the Poorhouse Tavern on 16th Street.
The guys on Vero Beach bench were arguing with the umpire that wasn't out of play. Then now Ryan said, out of play, out of play. I don't know if they want to get this game over or what, but they were telling the ump it was still in play.
Now, do they have another secret trip planned to Montreal that Al Ryan might not know about?
Who knows?
Well, he'll be in jail tonight anyway for smoking on school grounds while students are present. Travis Carpenter at the plate for his first at-bat of the ball game. Pitch from Rivers is low. That pitch is low, 2-0. The 2-0 called strike, 2-1. Clinton County Mariners 8, Florida Nationals nothing here, the last of the 5th inning. From Champlain, New York. That's going to be the first hit of the ball game to right field. Boyd stays at second. So the Mariners, leading by 8, give up their first hit. The Nationals look to get back into the ball game. Donnie Job, the batter. The pitch fouled off. Count goes 0-1. The pitch bounced to short. Second one, on to first two, not in time. So Carpenter is out on the force. Boyd goes to third. Job reaches on the fielder's choice. Now with runners at the corners, Ryan First will come to the plate. And as the evening grows longer, Calvin grows closer to the skidoo races on grass. Here's the pitch, called strike. Nick Walker pitched the first 2 innings, faced 6 batters, retired them all. Taylor Irwin pitched the third and fourth. Walked 2, struck out 2, did not allow a hit. Now Rivers has come into the game here in the 5th and got himself into a bit of a jam. And the pitch, swing and a miss. The pitch, fake throw to third, now to first. That one didn't fool anybody. It fooled the cameraman. Calvin is not easily fooled. The pitch, called strike 3. Well, I think there are some unhappy campers on the Nationals. John Lauren, the batter, swings and misses. The pitch, called strike. 0-2 to Lauren. Called strike 3. And that'll do it for the 5th. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, they leave 2. We go to the 6th. 8-0 Mariners. Well, the Nationals look like they're going to play with 2 left fielders. There's obviously some dissension in the ranks. Well, maybe they're going to play softball. I think they're both going to leave. I believe we're ready to start the 6th. Nate Durkee goes into the game for Chris Berto, and he'll lead off the 6th. Takes the first pitch low for ball, 1-0. Three balls, no strikes. Durkee swings and misses, 3-1. I think had the score been a little closer, there might have been a take sign on there, but 3-0 with an 8-0 lead. Let him swing. Cat goes now 3-2. Payoff pitch, popped up. Center fielder underneath makes the catch.
That was a pop-up, Rick?
You talked about how the wind blows very hard here once in a while. Now Brandon Barcombe, who's gone in for Derek Moore. And he makes his first at bat of the game, and that is a line drive over the head of the first baseman into right field. Barcombe's going to be held at first. Nick Dubray will come to the plate. 2 for 3, couple of runs scored. One on, one out here in the 6th. Pitch low, nice scoop. Count 1-0. Third first. Barcombe back time. Pitch misses outside, 2-0. Schacht has gone the distance for the Nationals. Swung on, fly ball, center field. And again, that'll be caught. Barcombe has to get on his horse to get back to first. And 2 down. The wind sort of died on that one. That was a fly ball, Calvin. Ryan Poisson, the batter. He's 0 for 2. Walked and scored. Swing and a miss. Good news is, after this game, everyone going over to the Castine residence for New York strip steaks, and corn on the cob. What else was it you said you were having?
Baked potatoes.
All right. Pitch to Poisson. It's outside and high. 2-1. 2 down here in the 6th. Mariners on top. 8-2. 2-0. Swung on, foul tipped. Count goes to 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Slowly hit to third. Throw to first. Not in time. Drew the first baseman off the bag. Poisson gets his first hit of the game. Jeff Yeager will come to the plate. Couple of RBIs, couple of singles, and a walk. Couple on, couple out here in the 6th. Pitch is high. 1 ball, no strikes to Jeff Yeager. Rivers on deck for the Mariners. Swing and a miss. Count goes 1-1. That pitch misses outside, 2-1. Mariners with 3 in the first, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth. High ball 3. Called strike. Count goes full to Jeff Yeager. Runners go. That one's fouled back. Calvin, get a shot of Mrs. Don Shula, one of the big Mariner fans. Ball 4, that'll load the bases. Mike Rivers with a chance to build on the Mariners' 8-run lead. Bases loaded, 2 out, first pitch. Where was that? Maybe a little high. The 1-0 inside, 2-0. That's in there for a strike. 2-1. Fouled out of play. And the count goes 2-2. Shacked 1 pitch away from getting out of the jam. Shacked has struck out 5 through 5 2/3. That one's popped up. It's going to be foul, and it's going to be caught. Justin Boyd puts that away and puts the Mariners away in the 6th. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. They leave 3. The last of the 6th. 8-0 Mariners. Bottom of the 6th inning, and leadoff batter Tommy Giles for the Nationals. Giles is 0 for 2. That one's fouled back behind the backstop. And it lands on the cross-country track, as Calvin has informed me. The curving S's are the cross-country track. No, it's not practice for Mark Lambert and Jamie Begor and the rest of the Northern Tier drivers at Airborne. There's another one fouled back.
Watch your lips.
Pitch is inside. Ball and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter in the 6th, Tommy Giles. Swung on, bounced to second. The scoop and the throw is not going to be in time. Nobody at the bag. So a base hit for Giles on the mental error from the Mariners. And it'll bring up Kyle Schacht. He's 0 for 2. That one's fouled off. I find it hard to believe they only lose 3 balls a year here, Calvin.
That's the average, Rick. Some years they've lost 5, some years none. Over the past 12 years, they've lost a total of 36 balls.
Pitch is inside, 1-1. You've been here for just about every game over those past 12 years, so I'm not going to question you.
Of course, some of those balls they find 6 months later and they're kind of water soaked, but still, found balls is found balls.
Just like golf. 1 and 2. One-two pitch. That's fouled. That one's upstairs. 2 and 2. Swung on. Nice stop at third. Throw to first. Got him. Now, you're not going to find a better play than that from Brandon Barcombe at third base. Nice play. Looks like John Valentin of the Red Sox. Steve Harshman will be the batter. Well, the Nationals can't afford to lose anybody to an injury. He's coming back slowly to the bench is Shaq. Everybody else has quit. Or at least walked away. Time called. That one's low. 1-0.
Hey, heads up, Bill. 1 strike.
Pitch is upstairs. Count goes to 2-0. That's lined up the gap and left, and that's going to run for a while. 1 run will score. Harshman rounds second. He's going to be in easily at third with a stand-up triple. So now it's 8-1. Pat Grawl will be the batter. And it's in for a called strike. Calvin, in 3 minutes, MSG will start the show that you want to tape.
And I forgot to set my recorder. It's a replay of David Cohn's perfect game.
It's too bad you're going to miss it because he's not going to get another one. 1-1.
Oh. Maybe you'll play the Expos again sometime.
That's the second most famous thing David Cohn is known for, his perfect game. Ground ball to Barcombe at third. They go to the plate, and they cut the runner down. Grawl reaches on the fielder's choice. Justin Boyd comes to the plate. Boyd pops one up. Second baseman makes the call and makes the catch. It's the third out of the inning. They get 1 run, a couple of hits. They leave a runner on. We go to the 7th. The Mariners 8, the Nationals 1. Well, with the recent departures, the Nationals are forced to play with a third baseman with only one leg, who had to be carried to his position. Do you think the Mariners will take advantage and lay down a couple of bunts, Calvin?
Leading 8-1, no.
We're ready to play in the 7th. Ryan Miron to lead it off. Ryan has belted the ball. A couple of deep shots to right. Pitch misses.
You know, Rick, at a ball game, the umpires are also supposed to be concerned about safety, and I don't think I'd allow that third baseman to play if I were umping this game.
I gotta agree with you. Pitches inside. Pat Grawl is the new pitcher for the Nationals. But if, as you said during the break, if the rules say he could play without, there's absolutely no way he should have even been sent out to there. He can hardly walk. Pitches outside. I believe they've got 5 more games left in the swing. And with quite frankly, a little bit of dissension in the ranks. The last thing you want to do is lose somebody who's still playing. Do you not agree?
Oh, definitely. It doesn't really matter at this point. Nationals are not going to win this game unless a big, complete turnaround occurs, and so there's really no need to put them out there.
Steve Yeager makes his first at bat of the ball game. No, not that one. Yeager went into the game in the spot of Liam Mahoney. Bounce to third. Look at that. Safe at second is the throw into left, into a right field rather. I don't think he's getting any better.
Oh, he could pick up a serious injury. He could get a line drive that could hurt him bad. He could hurt that ankle more. There's really no need. It's not serving any practical purpose to have him out there.
Oh, they bunked. What was it you said earlier?
I thought that was Rob Knowles, not Billy Martin, coaching at third.
Well, I don't think he's beat up any marshmallow salesman yet.
I don't think he could.
It'd be awful close. Pitch, hit foul.
Can't hear you out there. He's so far out there, he can't hear you.
This is Matt Rivers, who's gone into the spot of Aaron Rutherford. As the Mariners are getting everybody into the game. Swing and a miss. Rivers down on strikes. It's the first out of the inning. So 2 on, 1 out, and it'll bring up Nate Durkee. Durkee gets hit with a pitch you want to get hit with, a nice slow curve. That's going to load the bases for Brandon Barcombe. That one should be 2. Second one. No, they're not even going to get the 1. They throw the second one away. Brandon's going to get 2 runs out of it. And they'll have runners at first and second on the error by the second baseman. That makes it 10-1 with a couple of runners on. And still one out. Nick Dubray. And now the third baseman is asked to come out, and still there's nobody to go. Well, Al Ryan has called time. The third baseman is going to. No, he's not going to pitch, Calvin. But the score is 10-1. The Nationals are down to 8 players. One out on injury. The others, well, if you've seen the game, you know why. Why not just call it right here?
Yeah, and I could get home and tape that David Cone no hitter, perfect game. Everybody'd win.
Or you could watch the Sox and Orioles on Fox Sports New York. You wouldn't believe what good memory Calvin Castine has.
Let's leave it there.
Pitches outside to Nick Dubray. Two guys in the outfield and the full infield. A lot of room. 3 balls and a strike to Nick Dubray. Swung on and fouled back.
Pitcher has to help in a situation like this, Rick, and make sure he doesn't get anything over the outside part of the plate, or he can go to right with it.
Or inside and go to left. Take a look at left field. Pops it up. Catcher will have a play. Harshman puts it away. That is the second out of the inning. And Ryan Poisson strolls up. Ryan is 1 for 3 with 1 run scored. 2 runs in for the Mariners. Here in the 7th without the benefit of a base hit. The Mariners have played flawless defense, allowing just 1 run on 3 hits. No errors. Swung on and fouled back. Ball and a strike to Ryan Poisson. The pitch bounces in. Runners are going to move up a base. That one's fouled off. Coming this way. Oh, darn, it stopped before it got here. I was ready to make the play on that one, Calvin.
Should have dove, Rick. You might have had a chance.
Pitch is low. Full count. Ryan Poisson. Jeff Yeager on deck. He would be next. Payoff pitch, swung on and fouled off. One's low, ball 3. And the bases are loaded. Jeff Yeager has walked twice, singled twice, driven in 2, and scored 1. The bases are loaded. And the pitch outside 1-0. The pitch from Grawl was low 2-0. And there's no place to put him. Line drive, base hit to left. Right at the left center fielder. That means only one run's going to score. And the bases will still be loaded. Now 3 runs in the inning. Mark Berto goes into the game in Rivers' spot, and he'll have his first at bat. Called strike. Pitch. That one's fouled off at the plate. And the injured player is getting an assist back to the van. Two balls, 2 strikes to Berto. Low ball 3. Well, they almost had somebody picked off there. Sounded like Chris Berman coaching third. Called strike. Oh no! Wow. Where was that? Calvin takes off the glasses. That'll bring Ryan Miron to the plate. The Mariners have now batted around. In an 11-1 game, that pitch has got to be a strike. Called strike to Miron. And if Miron hits it where he has been hitting it, they'll clear him. Outside and high, 1-1. It's outside and low, 2-1. Ball 3.
Throw it hard.
3 balls and a strike to Ryan Miron.
How about it?
Called strike. Miron was ready to go to first. Hello, ball 4. And they'll walk in another one. Bases remain loaded for Steve Yeager. Reaching a fielder's choice and scored. Line drive right back to the pitcher. Caught for the third out of the inning. The Mariners get 5 runs rather, on 1 hit, 3 errors, and they leave 3. We move to the last of the 7th. It's the Mariners 13 and the Nationals 1. Sam Williams at the plate. And he grounds one in the hole. Scooped up at short, throw to first is in time. That is a nice play.
There's that situation call that you wanted. Of course, we can't tell here at all, but judging from the way he was getting down that line, he looked like he might have been safe, but he's called out.
So there's 1 out. Pitch inside. Shortstop Donnie Job, the batter. He's 0 for 2. It's a foul ball. So you're saying that possibly the umpire wanted to record tonight's perfect game?
No, Randy's smarter than me. He would have said his recorder already. He knows they have a timer.
Your VCR probably has been flashing 12 o'clock for 10 years.
It's not supposed to?
No. That pitch hits him. Jason Garrett comes to the plate. Mark Berto is the new Mariner pitcher. Throw to first is not in time.
When's the injured player due up?
Now you're editorializing, Calvin.
Huh?
I think his next appearance may be later on in the week.
No, when's he due up? Because he's going to be an automatic out.
Oh. Be nice if it were on the right side of the scorebook. Not for a while. Base hit to right by Jason Garrett. I'll have runners at first and second for John Lauren.
Jason Garrett from Shazy Central and Jean Lauren also from Shazy Central.
They have a Shazy Central in Florida?
This is the northern branch up in Shazy, New York, the first centralized school in New York State back in 1916.
Home of the best apples in the North Country. Called strike. We have a color commentator here. Robbie Knowles has arrived. What do you think of this game, Robbie?
Real good.
Real good. Who are you rooting for?
Uncle's team.
For you, those of you watching from Florida, that would be the Mariners. Ball and 2 strikes to Lauren. Have we set the record for the youngest color commentator?
No, it was Eddie Godin back for Bill Veck back in 1952.
You mean Eddie Goodell?
Whoever. Whoever.
Godin was the famous artist.
No, that was Gauguin, but Eddie Godin was a Woodman of the World salesman for down in Louisiana, and I got my name mixed up there. I think it was Eddie Goodell.
That brings up the top of the order. Tommy Giles. Two down and 2 on here in the last half of the 7th. That one's fouled back. So based on your theory, this is guaranteed to be the last batter of the game because the injured player is due to bat next.
If there's 2 outs, that's not a theory, yes.
That's a strike. Well, there are 2 outs. The count is 1 and 2. It may not matter. The pitch swung on. Fly ball, right field. Makes the catch. And that'll do it. No runs, 1 hit. They leave 2. Recapping this one, the Mariners get the win. They go to 20 and 11 on the season. 13 runs, 13 hits, and there were 5 national errors. For the Florida Nationals, 1 run, 4 hits, and no Mariner errors. The losing pitcher is Kyle Schacht, and the winning pitcher is Nick Walker. The Floridians dropped to 1 and 3 on their New York trip, and the Mariners head into the district playoffs with a couple of big wins. That's going to wrap up our coverage from here in Champlain, New York. Hope you enjoyed it. For Calvin Castine, that guy Rob Knowles, ready to pitch. I'm Rick Knowles. Have a good night, everybody.